Thought that you'd play a year and then go somewhere else?
Yes, sir. I was going to use the original plan was use the first year as kind of like a building because obviously I didn't have the right body for here. But and then I was going to leave after that year, but I think it just stayed in, and I'm glad I stayed more years to get more experience and play with these guys.
Why did you decide to stay?
I don't know. I felt like I fit in here, kind of. Like I really liked the coaching staff and the team and everything, and Coach Pitino was gracious to give me another opportunity and just to keep growing and becoming a better basketball player.
As close as your dad and your family are with Coach Pitino, and you've known him forever, what is that going to be like when you walk out there to give him a hug and play the video? I mean, do you even you to the point where you're thinking about that?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy because, like as you said, I've known Coach forever, but I definitely haven't had this relationship with him. Like, he's my coach. He gets on me every day, but he always wants the best for me. And I'll still obviously maintain the relationship after I leave here, but it'll be definitely different going out there, like for the last time at home, like giving a hug to Coach P for everything he's done.
Having known him, as you said, for so long before you came here, was it kind of an awakening when you first got into practice and all of a sudden he turned on you?
Yeah, like I'd come to some of the practices and games and stuff, so I knew like the reputation Coach Pitino has and everything, but it was almost like it was really cool because I felt like the way that he like gets on his players, like I was actually in that, and he didn't care if I was a walk-on or Russ Smith. He still got on every player, and it made me feel a part of something. It was cool.
So did you already graduate, or you will this semester?
Yes, sir.
So will this have been 3 years you've been in college then?
Yes, sir.
Are you kind of proud of the fact that you? I mean,
yeah, it's pretty
quick
cool.
getting it.
Yeah, at the beginning, I don't even remember if that was the plan or not. It just kind of seemed like it all flew by, but it was yeah, it's pretty cool to only take 3 years.
Did you talk to Damian or Trey about being a graduate transfer? I mean, those guys are the most famous graduate transfers in the country.
Yeah, I've talked to Damian more about it than Trey, but I've talked to both of them, and Damian was really supportive and just saying how like the similarities between it, like all the little signs and everything, and he was very supportive of that.
Are you going because you expect to play more at Eastern Kentucky? Is that?
Yes, sir. I think I'd definitely play more at EKU than I would at Louisville for obvious reasons.
Are you gonna be on scholarship there? Or?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the opportunity to go play there?
I think it's amazing. I'm really grateful for Coach McHale for the opportunity to do that, and it's closer to home for me too, so that'll be a good thing. And I'm just really looking forward to the opportunity to hopefully play more and impact that program.
Was it hard to go through all that? You said that you didn't care if it was you or Russ Smith, so you got the same kind of treatment. Was it difficult to go through that and then know you're probably not going to get in the games, or how do you handle that?
I think I didn't really expect to play much coming in here, and especially like I even redshirted my freshman year, so it was more of like the experience and knowing that if I was going up against him every day, I had no choice but to get better, or I would just get embarrassed out there. So it was definitely like a learning experience, and I was able to grow from all that.
Have you ever been more nervous than when Coach called on you in the Elite Eight last year? Or did you not even have time to be nervous? Take us through what's going through your mind when that happens in such a crucial situation.
He just walked down the bench, and like there's a little thought in the back of my mind. I was like, oh, I might come in and shoot a free throw, but I didn't really think too much about it. And then he said my name, and I just ran up there. I didn't really have time to think. I like said a quick prayer. I was like, oh wait, is this really happening? It felt like a video game, but it was definitely one of the best moments in my life.
Are you going to push for a start tomorrow?
I don't know. It's whatever.
What have Damian and Trey meant to this team?
They've been so much. I mean, even before the band, they're great leaders. They've brought this team closer than any team I've been on before. They're always around everybody, giving everybody advice, telling them what they should do. And I think one of the best things about them is they don't only talk the talk, but they actually walk it, and they lead by example, and they're not hypocrites in what they do. They actually practice what they teach.
You've been here now through a range of different seasons and different experiences. Is there any way to reflect back on kind of the run that you've had here?
Yeah, so my freshman year it was right after the championship year, so it was kind of like all the excitement was still coming up from the championship with Luke and Russ and Tim and VT and everybody. And it was my redshirt year, but it was cool because it was the first one. I didn't really know what to expect. And then the second year was when obviously Terry and Montrez kind of controlled and ran the team with Wayne, and it was pretty much the same as the first year, I would say, because you had those like dominant guys. And then this year's been different because like Trey and Damian and everybody seemed like we've always been close with the past teams, but this team is just like a lot closer, and we hang out outside of practice and everything together. Like we kind of enjoy team dinners and everything, as to where sometimes it was like, oh, we have to go to that, but this time it's like, oh, who's gonna make a rap battle now? Who's gonna start joking on other people?
Take that Michigan State game for a minute. After you made the free throw, was the next 30 seconds maybe the most intense 30 seconds of defense you've ever played in your life?
Oh, absolutely. My adrenaline was through the roof because I expected like to come out, but apparently I hadn't played a second, so I had to stay in there. And I was just thinking, if I get beat, like he's gonna kill me. I was just lucky he didn't like clear out or whatever.
What if this team did not go into a negative spiral after the match?
Everybody's really positive on the team, and obviously we were all pretty distraught about it. But I think the fact that it's such a close community, and with the fans and everything and the support that they gave, it was like, okay, well, we might not be going to the tournament, but we still have a season to play, and we're going to do everything we can to finish it strong.
How long did it take to process the initial frustration?
I'd say about 2 or 3 days, because we obviously heard the news first, and everybody was kind of really shocked. And then, because we practiced right after that, and it felt like a normal practice, and then we got done, and it was on the TV, and we were like, oh yeah, like we forgot that happened, but it was crazy.
Having experienced the NCAA tournament yourself, Sweet 16, the Elite Eight, all that, what did you learn about Trey and Damian, knowing that was the goal for them, and then for them not to get that opportunity, the way they've handled the last couple of weeks? I mean, right away from that opening press conference, or the thing they had the next day, they had to impress you the way they handled the entire situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I was mainly sad for them, because that was like their only, that's why they came here, to go to the tournament, and they couldn't do that, but they still remained positive through the whole thing. And I think their faith also, because they're both really faithful people, and they trusted in God and everything. And Trey openly talks about how it's God's plan, everything is going to work out, and he really just trusted in him and knew that everything was going to be fine eventually.
Dylan, so you have 2 years at Eastern, is that right?
What was that?
We have 2 years to play at Eastern. We have 2 years to play at Eastern.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What's it like going through senior day and being a sophomore?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, because when people ask me what grade I'm in, I'm like, well, sophomore basketball, but it's my 3rd year here, but I'm graduating, and I look like a freshman. So I've got all of the classes down.
One more for Dylan. Anything?
What did you study here at Louisville, and is that something you'd like to do after you finish your playing?
I graduate with a degree in economics, and next year I think I'm going to go, I could do business, but I'm looking at sports administration too, just to get kind of like a diversity.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thanks, Les.